Namaskaram, Mama.
Karam. श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं भवामहे कविं कवीनाम् उपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदः नश्शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती दीनामवित्र्यवधू वाग्देव्यै नमः। श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् अपारकरुणासिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। सिन्दूरारुणविग्रहां त्रिणयनां माणिक्यमौळीस्फुरत्तारानायकशेखरां स्मितमुखीं आपीनवक्षोरुहां पाणिभ्यां मणिपूर्णरत्नचषकं रक्तोत्पलं बिभ्रतीं सौम्यां रत्नकटस्थरक्तचरणां ध्यायेत् परामम्बिकाम्. அன்னைக்கு நம்ம படிக்க போறது சாப்டர் 12 துவாதச அத்தியாயம். இது
இது 12th இல்லையா மாமா இன்னைக்கு?
12th Bandakasravadam. Bandakasravadam. We already saw, if you remember, in the 11th chapter that Bandakasra was giving a lot of trouble to the Devalokavasis, including Parameshwara. They came to Kanchipuram, and there they were taking some refuge in those champaka trees in the form of parrots. Actually, they were waiting for Ambal to come to their rescue, and under the advice of Parameshwara. We saw that in the chapter, 12th chapter, how Ambal came and how Bandakasra's Vadam was completed and what happened afterwards. Right? Dvasutta Vishwakarananetradhyam Mahatripurasundharim Bandakasura Samhatrim Kamakshim Tamaham Bhaje Itistudva Namaskritya Srimad Tripurasundarim Rajanam Suratham Drishtva Vachanam Chedam Abravit. So Markandeya continues the story after offering his prayers to Sri Kamakshi. இது நம்ம அடிக்கடி கேட்டிருக்கோம், ரொம்ப ரெகுலராகவே கேட்டிருக்கோம். விஸ்வகாரண நேத்ராட்யாம் மகாத்ரிபுர சுந்தரிங்கிற ஸ்லோகம். ஸோ வித்தவுட் ஃபர்தர் ado, we continue with the story. Markandeya uvacha மகாத்ரிபுர சுந்தரி வர்ணனம் அத தத்ர நிருபஸ்ரேஷ்ட காமகோஷ்டதராதலே காயத்ரி மண்டபே தத்ர விலபீட்டாசனே சுபே. So the first 20 sloka are fully describing Ambal and how, before he starts the story of how Ambal came out to kill Bandakasura, he is offering some kind of a stuti to Sri Kamakshi. So Modal 20 slokam is basically Ambal de Varnanam, Rupa Varnanam Nuchiklame. So that is what is being given in the first 20 slokas. Atha tatra nrupasreshta कामकोष्ठधरातले गायत्री मंडपे तत्र बिलपीठासने शुभे. Where is Ambal? In the middle of the Gayatri Mandapam, on top of the Bilapeetham. Bilapeethata asanama vachu அது மேலே ஒரு சிம்மாசனத்தை எஸ்டாப்ளிஷ் பண்ண சொல்லியிருக்கா. அந்த சிம்மாசனத்தில் அம்பாள் இருக்கா. ஸோ காயத்ரி which will be described in greater detail in subsequent parts of this chapter. So गायत्री मंडपे तत्र बिलपीठ आसने शुभे गायत्री ओंकार कोणे सा कामाक्षी वर्तते सदा. So at the end of Bandakasravadam, all the devas request her to permanently stay in Kanchipuram. Accordingly, Ambal gives them instructions as to what should be done, what kind of mandapam should be constructed, how it should be, how her position should be established, what kind of pujas should be performed, and all that, which will be described later. So Gayatri Omkara Kone Kamakshi Vartate. So that is her position where she is established. Adishakti Swayam Yukta Sarva Vishwasya Karanam. So Padmasane Nishanna Sa Kamapita Nivashini. So she is seated in the Simhasanam in Padmasana Swarupam. So Padmasane Nishanna Sa Kamapita Nivashini Chaturbhuja Trinayana Mahatripurasundari. So it's four arms, the Pashangsha Dhanurbhana. So that Chaturbhujam. So if you manage to go over there and see the Ambal at the Abhishekam time, whatever is being described here, you will be able to see some or many of those features very closely. So Chaturbhuja, Trinayana, Mahatripurasundari, Moola Shakti, Brahma Vidya cha Adilakshmi Ritisruta. So she is called Adilakshmi. So the rest are all descriptions. Moola Shakti, Brahma Vidya. So Atma Shakti, Jagadhatri, Rajiva Sadrisha Prabha. Rajiva Sadrisha Prabha. Her appearance is like lotus of nature. Atma Shakti, Jagadhatri. She is the Atma Shakti. And she is the Jagadhatri, means creator of the whole world, mother of the whole world. So Adi Shakti, Jagadhatri, Rajiva Sadrisha Prabha. Then Rajiva Sadrisha means lotus-like. Ardhendu Shekhara. So she got a moon crescent moon on her head. Divya Kirita Paribandita. So nice Kritam. Then Pasankusha, Ichukodanda, Panchabana, Lasatkara. So you know about all that. Tapana Udupa, Tatanka, Tapana, Udupa, Tatanga. So to sun and moon are her ear studs. And what kind of ear studs? Meena Kundalam. So Tapana Udupa, Tatanga, Meena Kundala Dharini, Divya Sringara Veshadhya, Divya Bharana Bhushita. So very nicely decorated, very all kinds of jewels decorate Ambar. So Divya Sringara Veshadhya, Divya Bharana Bhushita, Rakta Ambaradhara, Rakta Rajiva Paramalini. Rakta Ambal வந்து கௌசும்பவஸ்திரம் is the preferred color for Kamakshi. So Kausumbam means red hibiscus. So Kausumbavastram, அதனால தான் Rakta Ambaradhara, Raktambaradhara, Rakta Rajiva Varamalini. So red color lotus. So and then Saubhagya Bharano Pita, Divya Mangalya Dharani. So Saubhagya Abharana. So Divya, then Divya Mangalya Dharani, that you understand. Raja Rajeshwari Rama Mani Manjira Rajita Sri Chakra Nagaradisha Sri Vidya Parameshwari. None of that require explanation. Then Shankara Aradithakara, Shankara Aradita. So she worshipped by Shankara as one of her disciples. Shankara Atmaswarupini, Shankara Atmaswarupini. So Kameshwari. So Sharira Kaladisha. So this is the origin of all voices. Sarvatattva Swarupini, Pranini, Vishwabhutasta, Kalachakra Swarupini. So she is the one who provides life to all the living beings. Then Kala Chakra Swarupini, Utpastisthiti Samhara, Krama Chakra Nivandubhasiti. Abdine, we Ashcharya Ashtotratil Padigram. She Lalita we say Panchakritya Varayana. That is why she is Kala Chakra Swarupini. Then Sri Kanchi Nagaradisha, Kangshitartha Pradayini, Kangshita Artha Pradayini. Whatever desires you have, Ambal grants you all those desires. So Sri Kanchi Nagara Adisha, so means she is the leader of, the empress of Kanchipuram. Sacha Amarama Vani Savya Dakshina Sevita Kamakoti iti Vikyada, known as Kamakoti, Kamakshi Divya Mangala Sadashivadi Murtinam, Gaudyadinam cha Karanam. So the mother of all, the creator of all the devas also. So Sadashivadi Murtinam, Gaudyadinam cha Karanam, Janani, Chutalingasya, Chutabija Artha Rupini, Chutabija Artha Rupini. So that she is the mother of everything. Therefore, Chutalingasya, Chutabija Artha Swarupini. Then Shivadika, Shivankasta, Shivamurti, Shivankari. Shivankari means one who provides auspiciousness to everything. Shivamurti, very peaceful looking appearance. Shiva Ankasta, you know that she is, because she is Ardasanam. So she has taken the left side of Shiva, therefore Shiva Ankasta. Then Shivadika. Then Mahakamisha Mahishi, Mahatripura Sundari. All that is easily understood. So, Purahitaya Devanam, Bandakasura Mardhini, Tad Aham Sampravekshyami, Puravrattam Charitrakam. So, once upon a time, in order to help the Devas, Devanam Hitaya, in order to help the Devas, in what way? Bandakasura Mardhini, by killing Bandakasura and getting rid of him, thereby getting relief to the devas. Purahitaya devanam bandakasura mardini tad aham sampravekshyami puravrittam charitrakam. That story I am going to tell now. So listen to that story. Tasya sravana matrena sarva papai pramuchyate. So the description of Amba, we will repeat it quickly once. Atat tatras nrupasreshta kamakota dharatale गायत्री मंडपे तत्र बिलपीठासने शुभे गायत्री ओंकार कोणे सा कामाक्षी वर्तते सदा आदिशक्ति स्वयं व्यक्ता सर्वविश्वस्य कारणं पद्मासने निषन्ना सा कामपीठनिवासिनी चतुर्भुजा तृणेन महात्रिपुरसुन्दरी मूलशक्ति ब्रह्मविद्या च आदिलक्ष्मी सुता आत्मशक्ति जगद्धात्री राजीव सदृशप्रभा अर्धेन्दुशेखरा दिव्यकिरीटपरिमण्डिता वासाङ्कुशेक्षुकोदण्ड पञ्चबाणलसत्करा तपनोडुपताटङ्गा मीनकुण्डलधारिणी दिव्यशृङ्गारवेषाढ्या दिव्याभरणभूषिता रक्ताम्बरधरा रक्तराजीवपरमालिनी सौभाग्योभरणमुपेता दिव्यमाङ्गल्यधारिणी राजराजेश्वरी रामा मणिमञ्जीरराजिता. Rajita means appearing wonderful, beautiful. Sri Chakra Nagaradisha, Sri Vidya Parameshwari, Shankaraaradikakara, Shankaratma Swarupini, Shariraka Kaladisha, Sarvatattva Swarupini, Pranini Vishwabhutastha, Kalachakra Swarupini, Sri Kanchi Nagaradisha, Kangshidartha Pradayini, Sachamara Mavani, Savyadakshina Sevita, Kamakoti Vikhyatha, Kamakshi Divyamangala, Sadashivadi Murtinam, Gaurjadinam cha Karanam, Janani Chutalingasya, Chutabija Rupini, Shivadika Shivankasta, Shivamurti Shivankari, Mahakamisha Mahishi, Mahatripura Sundari. So this is the beautiful description of Amba. In a way, it becomes the stuti also, an Amba. So if you want, you can chant it from time to time. Then Bandakasura Vadharambam Pavam Pura Tasmin Kamakoshte Divya Champakaburuhe Siddhashukarupine Sura Sarve Bhavan Rupe. So all the devas, if you remember the story that we told in 11th chapter, all the devas, they took refuge in the Champaka tree in the form of parrots, and they started worshipping Amba. Are always Sambal Smaranam when she is going to come and rescue all of us. They are all waiting there. So that is Shivagya, Bilastam, Tam, Mahatraprasundarim. So who told them to wait there? Parameshwara tells them, you take refuge here and Ambal will appear and she will take care of this Bandakasura. So accordingly, they all take refuge in this Champaka tree. So Shivagyaya Bilastam Tam Mahatriprasundarim Dhyatva Hridi Tat Tapascha Tapaschakrur Bandakasya Vadaya Bhai. So they were all praying to Amba that she should come one day and kill Bandakasura and provide relief to them so that they can regain their positions. Yatva Hridi Tapaschakru. They were meditating on Amba. Bandakasya Vadayavai for the purpose of getting rid of Bandakasura. Tata, well, as this was happening, Tata, at that time, Kata Ched, one day, someday, which Devi Bilasta Tripureshwari. So before we read the story, we have to understand one thing, that what is the boon that Bandaka got from Brahma, that he should not be killed. Yuga Paryantam. Yuga Paryantam means as long as the world is there, he should not be killed. That means he should be the survivor. I mean, his life should end only when the world ends. அது வரைக்கும் யாராலையும் எந்த விதத்திலையும் அவனுக்கு ப்ராப்ளம் வரக்கூடாது அப்படிங்கிறது தான் அவனோட ப்ரேயர். And that's the blessing he got. So if at all Bandakasura has to be killed, the whole world has to end. So accordingly, what happened? Tada Kadachid Sadevi Bilastha Tripureshwari, she came out of the Bilam. And what did she do? She came in the middle of the night. Tada Kadachid Sadevi Bilastha Tripureshwari Tesham Hitaya Dayaya Pralaya Naharupatha. So she took the form of Pralayagni and she came out. So Tesham Hitaya, for the purpose of helping the Devas, Dayaya Pralayanala Rupataha Vilad Udbhuya Kopene Basmi Kritya Akhilam Jagat. So she destroyed the whole world. Everything was completely burnt. Nothing was left behind. Even the devas who were in the form of the Shukarupam in the Pachapaka tree, even they were also destroyed. Everything was destroyed. And Tesham Hitaya Deya Pralaya Nalarupataha Bilad Udbhuya Kopene Basmi Krite Akhilam Jagat. So nothing is now left behind. So who is left behind? So Amba is the only survivor. Yeah, so the defined Brahman in Mahanarayana Upanishad, everything starts from Brahman and everything eventually goes and becomes one with Brahman. And who is the one who is there at the beginning and who is there at the Yo Vedado Sora Prokto Vedantesha Pradishtha. So everything is finished. And then only remaining person is that is the Brahman. So that Brahman. So Punaswarupama Pedi Nirguna Sagunatmakam Sunye Jagati Vyomni Sthita Triga Traigar Babandale. So she was the one that was left behind, and she was there after so taking her Swarupam. Punaswarupama Pedi Nirguna Saguna Atmakam. So both in the form of Nirguna and Saguna Swarupas. Then so Swayam Eka Avasishtha. So she was the only one that was left behind. Swayam Eka Avasishtha cha Brahmanam Kamiti Smrutam. So now she decides that now I have to create this whole world again, because in the process of burning away this Bandakasura, everything is now burned. So but the devas are also disappeared, so they have to be brought back. So the upayam is what? Recreate everything. And there's a problem, and that problem will be described soon. So Shunye Jagaticha Vyomni Sthita Traigarbha Mandale Swayam Eka Avasishta Cha Brahmanam Kamiti Smratam. So she decides to recreate the whole world. What she does? Swa Vamaniksha Srishtatha Keshavam Tumiti Smritam. So with her left eye, she creates Keshavam, Vishnu. Okay, first she creates Mahavishnu, then Netra Dakshinataha Krutva Shankaram Amiti Smritam. With her right eye, she creates Shankara, and then Balanetraat prakalpyayatha brahmane shishurupine. So these three shishus are created, with the three shishus being Brahma, Vishnu and Parameshwara. So the three shishus, who is the Janani? Ambal is the Janani. So she creates these three shishus. And then what happened? Srishti Vidyatmakam Dugdam. Sorry, here we have to take this as a line from the previous one. Brahmane Shishirupine Srishti Vidyatmakam Dugdham. Like that you have to read. So Brahmane Shishirupine Srishti Vidyatmakam Dugdham. So for she has to now bring up those children. So for the Brahma, she gives the milk, from her stanam, the milk for that gives him the ability to create new living beings. So, Srishti Vidya Atmakam Dugdam Brahmane Shishirupine. She gave to Brahma. And then Vishnave Shishirupine Sthiti Vidyatmakam Dugdam. So, the capacity to sustain people, the capacity to provide nurture living being, that capacity that she gives to Mahavishnu. Vishnave Shishirupine Sthiti Vidyatmakam Dugdam and Shambhave Shishirupine Laya Vidyatmakam Dugdam. So to Shambhu, Rudra, she gives them the milk, so that helps him to develop the faculty of destruction. Okay, so Laya Vidyatmakam Dugdam Prashayitva means to feed. Prashayitva, so not to breastfeed, to milk, to provide. So Prashayitva Tataparam. So now these three primary deities, they have been created and they have been nurtured by Ambal. And then Virinchadishu Pashyatsu Tatraivantra Diyatha. So they all grow. And then ततस्त्रिमूर्तयो देव दुग्धपानेन तत्क्षणात् नवयौवनरूपास्ते दृष्ट्वा शून्यात्मकं जगत्. So having been fed by Amba, soon they grow into young Trimurtis. So Navayavana Rupaste Drishtva. So now they have the full capacity to function according to their ordained faculties. So now they look at the whole world and they see shunyam. Everywhere it is empty. So there's nothing there. So they decide that they should start functioning according to their faculties. So Dava Yogana Rupaste Drishtva Sunyatmakam Jagat. So the whole world is nothing is there, it is empty. So they start their own respective functions. Kim Ascharya Idam Swapna Avyakto Bhuta Gocharahe Iti Trimurtishu Tada Chintayatsu Param. So they all think now, if we don't do our duty, Ambal will get very angry with us. So we should function according to our ordained duties. Accordingly, the Brahma starts creation, Vishnu starts the protection, and Pamashambhu starts the destruction activities. Bhayena Nirjanasthane Teshu Brahmabhayat Punah Yathapurvam Jagat Sarvam Tasarja Sacharacharam. So this Brahma, out of fear for Ambal, so that she does not get angry with him, he goes ahead and creates the whole world completely. Bhayena Nirjanasthane. Nirjanasthane means where once upon a time the world was very empty. Teshu Brahma Bhayat Punah. So he, out of fear, Yatha Purvam Jagat Sarvam, without even thinking what should be created and what should not be created again, he created the whole world all over again. That means what? The Devas came, the Asuras came, Bandakasura came, everybody came back. Nobody was left behind. He recreated everything back in the same way they were there before the Pralayam. So, Bhayena Nirjanasthane Teshu Brahma Bhayat Punah Yatha Purvam Jagat Sarvam Sasarja Sacharacharam Tada Vishnucha Rudracha Swasvakaryam Pachakrutu. So accordingly, so now that these creatures have been created, even Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva started carrying out their duties. according to what were their responsibilities. Purevasis, Pureswadid Vides, Srishtya, Sabandhakamidam Jagat. So, like I said, Pure means whatever was there before, everything was created, including the Bandhakasura. Now, Champaka ke Dhrumo Devas, Shukarupascha Sadbile. So, even the Devas were recreated. So they went back to live in that Champaka tree as though nothing had happened. So only thing that had happened is what? That's what will be told now. Tatas sarve jana devya yam eke naikana kalpitam. Eke naikana kalpitam. According to whatever was there before, they all have they were all reborn and they have went back to their respective positions. But the only difference is what are the boon that Bandakasura had got? That he should not be killed until the Yuga Paryantam. So now the Yugam has ended. So because Ambal came out and she came out at night, and what did she do? Pralayanalaru Tesham Hitaya Deya Pralayanalarupa Biladudbhuya Basmikrita Akilam Jagat. So she had completely destroyed the whole world. That means the old Bandhakasura, who had the blessing of Brahma, that he should not be killed up to the end of the world, has already been killed. So even though he was reborn now, he was not subject to the protection that he should not be killed up to the until the end of the world, because that with the end of the pralayam, the effect of his boon had ended. So now he is subject to the vulnerability that he could be killed by anybody at any time. That's the only thing which is not explicitly told in the shlokas. Okay, Jagatam Maranam Datra Punasajarsana Karmacha Anubhuyatu Tatkale Tat Swapnamidite Javadan Jagatsrishtaya Punarjatam Bandakam Danaveshwaram Kailas Nilayam Daityam Parasmin Divase Nisi Swapantam Rakshasam Goram Nirikshak Vitathada. So now Ambal decides, okay, now the time has come to kill this Bandakasura once for all. So in the middle of the night, she comes out, Kailasa Nilayam Daityam Parasmin Dvasenihi. So everybody, he has occupied his Kailasam, right? So there she goes, and now it's the middle of the night. Everybody is sleeping. So what Ambal does, Swapantam Rakshasam Goram Niriksha Kupitadha. So now she decides that this is the time to kill this Bandakasura, and so she goes there. Padam tat hridaye chaikam anyam tat khanta deshake. So as he is sleeping there, she goes and puts one of her feet on his hridayam. So, Padam tat hridaye cha ekam anyam tat khanta deshake. Another foot on his neck. So one foot on his heart and another foot on his neck, like the corpse do. She Nikshipanti Chesa Devi Mahabhairavarupini. So she completely stamps him to death. And then what shall she do? Ashtadasa Yudopeta, Ashtadasa Bhujanvita, Tejasa Brahma, Vishna, Isha, Somasuryaagni Sannibha, Chakrayuda Sanyukta, Hastabdyam Tachikam Dridham. So she holds his chikam, that is his hair, in her hand, and then Chakrayuda Sanyukta, and with her Chakrayudam, she completely beheads that Bandakasura. So Tejasa Brahma Vishnu Isha Soma Suryagni Sannibha Chakrayuda Sanyukta Hastabhyam Tachikam Dridham Grihitva Panchabhutani Khrutva Kruddha Avadi Drupam. So have not so Bandakasura is killed, and all the other enemies, all his deputy generals, and all that whoever has been created by Diti's sons means Daityas, right? All of them. So Grihitva Panchabhutani Khrutva Kruddha Avadi Drupam Tatraiva tam visrujyatha tad bandhun putra pautrakam Mahasenadika mitra didhicha yatra yatra tu vasanti sarvalokeshu tatra tatra kshanina sa. Every one of those daityas are completely terminated by Amba. So nobody was left behind. Gatva khatva yudai sarvanaja sarvanata suryedayetu sha. So having finished everybody, having killed everybody, so now she has got the head of Bandakasura in her hand. So she comes out and what Swayam Devi Tada Bhutva Panchavarshika Kanyaka. In what form she came out? She came out in the form of Bala. So 5-year-old young lady, she comes out and she has killed everybody. So you remember the story of Bala and Lalita also in the same way. So she has killed everybody and she is having the head of Bandakasura in her hand and she comes out. Swayam Devi Tada Bhutva Panchavarshika Kanyika Bandakasya Shikam Badhva Hastabhyam Kanyikambika. So she reappeared. So she has to convince the devas that everyone is killed now, right? So she comes out with the head of Bandakasura in her hand. So Bandakasya Shikam Badhva Hastabhyam Kanyikambika Mahashaile Nabakaram Rakshasam Goradarshanam. So she comes out of Kailasham and all the devas are able to see that this 5-year-old lady, 5-year-old small girl, she has got the head of Bandakasura in her hand and she appeared in front of them. Bandakasya Shikam Badhva Hastabhyam Kanyikambika Mahashaile Nibakaram Rakshasam Goradarshanam Samakrishya Tado Devi Kamakoshtam Samavishate. So she came there, in the place where this Devas were there, Kamakoshtam, they are all able to see her. Tado Vrikshastitva Deva Durdasham Bandakam Mrutam Akashintim Suhastabhyam Sarvalakshana Sayutham. So the Devas are able to see that Bandakasura has been killed. So definitely all his soldiers have been killed now. And then this in their heart they are very happy. Atisundara Veshadhyam Sarvabharana Bhushitam Divyambaradharam Balam Taptakanchana Sannibam Drishtva Devim Minishchitya Swani Rupan Avapyacha. So they are very happy. They are able to see this Bhala that so now they have concluded or they are able to see for themselves that this Bandakasura has been killed. So they are very happy. So Devadambi Shankaisha Beri Panavakahalaihi Patahir Venuthalaicha Veena Mardala Nishwanehi Pancha Padma Malli Japa Kundai Bagulai Parijatakaihi Kema Kaitaka Punnaga Champakaihir Hama Basuraihi Nava Kunkuma Karpura Rochanadika Chandanaihi Kasturika Surabilai Sura Ilai Sunnidhai Chandanadravai. So with all the whatever offerings that they can get in their hand and then with a lot of music and excitement, they offer their worship to this Ambal. Then Toshaitva Tada Devim Stotraisya Sumanoharaihi. So they gave her all these offerings. There was so much of music and entertainment and all that. And they offered their prayers to that Bala who appeared in front of them with that Bandakasura's head in her hand. Jaya Mangala Kanye Twamjay Devi Hitaishini Kasitvam Bruhi Kalyani Kutrathya Kuta Agatha Itya Prichantikam Devya Prapya Krutva Pradakshinam Pranamya Shirasa Sarve Bandaka Preda Darshana Tada Prahishta Prabhuche Kamashtim Kanyikatmikam. So they ask, how come you appeared? Kutra, Kasit, sorry, Jaya Mangala Rupe, Jaya Tvam Dehi, Devi Hideshini, all that is Stuti. Then Kasitvam Bruhi, Kalyani, Kutraya Kada Agatha. So from where did you come? How did you appear here? And how were you able to kill this Bandakasura? So itya prichantikam devyah prapya kritva pradakshina. So they after they made their offerings and respects and then pradakshinam and prostration, they asked her this question. So pranamya shirasa sarve bandhaka preta dasna tada prahishta prabhuchya kamakshim kanyika vidham. So Kamakshi, they are asking this question. Kasitvam kanyike bruhi yayaso nihatasvaya yena trimurthe kanye vayamcha paripeditha yen nimitam jagat sarvam nirdagdam bilakdina katanto nihato dilyo bandako vada kanyike. So please explain to us how it all happened, how you are able to kill this Bandakasura. And all those questions they ask Ambal. So Ambal gives them a reply. Adhyatra Rakshasam Ghoram Bandagam Pretarupakam. Sorry. What is this? I am not able to see this. Some word is there, but it's full of ink. So, Vade Yuyam Tad Upargyeva He Suraha Jayastambam Pradishtabhya Mam Cha Yavan Mahabilam. So, okay. So I can make something here. Oh, Adhyatra Rakshasam Goram Bandakam Predarupakam Nikananto Vate Yuyam Tat Upari Yevahe Suraha Jayastambam Pratishthapya Mamcha Yavan Mahabilam Tavad Ayatanam Krutva Dware Naikaina Sayutam. Okay, so what Ambal says, this place where the entrance of that villa, this is where I came out from, and therefore, and in this place, what you have to do, adhya atra rakshasam goram bandakam pretarupakam, the place where this rakshasa has been killed and has been by me, this place, what you should do, Taduparyeva, He Suraha, He Devas, on top of this place, this bilam, Jayastampam Pradishthabhya. So establish a victory stambam. So Jayastambam Pradishthabhya, Mamcha Yavan Mahabilam. So Tavat Ayatanam Kritva, Dware Naika Ena Sayutham. So I will establish a place for me to stay here on top of this bilam itself. Dwara Enaikene Samyutam, Tasmin Samstapya Mam Yuyam Divya Simhasane Shube. So you establish a Simhasanam of the. Who is saying this? Just remember, all this is being told by Bala, not Sri Kamakshi yet. So, Tasmin Samtaya Mam Yuyam Divya Simhasane Shube Asmin Biletu Ya Devi Tam Avahya Paramhayi Shadadhara Yutam Devim Shadarsana Sudayutam Shadamnaya Samarabhyam Navavarnamadhikam. So, after having established the Jayastambam and after having established a Simhasanam for me, what you should do? Asmin Biletu Ya Devi Tam Avahya Paramayi. So I will reappear in this place. Then Shadadhara Yutam Devim Shaddarsana Sudayutam Shadamnaya Samaradhyam Navavarna Madhigam Mahantarjaga Margene Sutirthe Narike Jalaihi. So, and in that place, you will have to do Abhishek Narikela Jalai. So with coconut water, you have to do Abhishekam, you have to do Navavarna Puja using the Antaryaga Margam. Then, so they are all in Srividya. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. So, Shadadhara Yutam Devim, Shaddarsana Susanyutam. So, various kinds of puja routines, various kinds of offerings and all that. With that, you have to do the pujas tonight. Then, Shirai Dhadibir Ajyesha Madhubish Shuddha Varabihi Pranavan Aksharay Deva Bhaktya Mam Abhishinchata. So various Abhishekam. So coconut water, Kshirai, Dhadi, Ajay. So Ajay is ghee. So Madhubi, honey, Shuddhavari is clean water. Then all that with that Pranavan Aksharene. So while with Vedas being chanted, you should do the Abhishekam and you should do the Navavarna pujas and all that. Panchabhuta Vidyanine, Sushumne Dupadipakaihi, or Panchapuja is Dupam Dipam Naivedyam, that kind Nirajanam. That is the Panchapuja. So Panchapuja Vidanine, Superpai Dupadipakaihi, Sonavi Mam Abhyarjanta Vidhanataha. So you take the rice, it should be made with kunkumam, not with manjal. So the rice should mix with kumkum. So Shonavi Rakshadabhisya Mam Abhyarchancha Vidhanataha. So do all these aradhanas to me. Then Naivedyam to Madhikshira, Grita Divyasitayutam, Nanabhaksham Shadrasanam. Mudgodana, Gudodani. So Gudodana means sweet pongal, Mudgodana means the white pongal, and then Shadrasanam. So Shadrasa Annam. So various types of rice, various types of food, Nana Bhaksham, various kinds of eatables, Karpura Patali, Padma, Saugandhika, Himodakam, Yela Lavanga, Takkola, Jati Pala Samanmitam, Karpura Vedikam Chavi Samarpya Vidivatsuraha. So the procedures were explained by her. What kind of Nevedyams to be made, what kind of tambulams to be given to Ambar, and all that is given here. Rajahina Biladvaram Balidhana Purasaram Gatva Kavatam Badva. So you have to do all these pujas to that Bhala. So you have to create that Bala Vigraham, and then there you will do this puja by seating that Ambala on that Simhasanam. And then what will Karpura Vedikam Chapi Samarpya Vidivatsuraha Rajahina Biladvaram Balidana Purasaram. So all that should be offered at that the entrance of the Bilam. Gatva Kapatam Badva Sustitva Bahota Maunataha. So after making all those offerings, what you should do, you should close the entrance to that Biladhar, mean the door, and then you should stay outside. So nobody should be there at the end of that puja. So Gatva Kapadam Badva to Stitva Baho Atha Maunataha Suryodayantam Mam Jatva Japtva Sarve Samarpyate. So after closing the door, just stay outside and keep meditating on me, doing prayers on me, but only with no external noise to be heard, only maunam. So Bahodya Maunataha Suryodayantam Mam Jatva Japtva Sarvam Samarpyame. So you keep continuing to pray on me, but no loud prayers, only Manasika prayers. So then, until what? Until the sunrise. And then what will happen? Atha Prabhate Tattoya Samuddhati Kavatake Krite Maddarshane Deva Tato Vakshyami Chotharam. So Amba said, this is just chapter 1. So I will tell you on next morning when you open the door, the rest of the instructions will be provided to you. So until now, it is Bala only. So Atha Prabhate Tattoya Samuddhadhya Kavatake, open the door in the morning. What will happen? Krite Maddarshane. So I will reappear. Devasado Vakshyamicha Uttaram. What should happen next? I will tell you at that time. So then they closed it. So they did everything that Ambar asked them to do. Tavad Dupam Naprachatum. Now Tavad Duyam Ya Prachatvam Yat Kinchad Abhidham Raha. So this is what I can tell you now. I cannot tell you more than this at this time. And so you go ahead and do the puja. So, evam akarnya te sarve bhaktya paramaya sada dhritva Virashi Kanyaya Vachanam te Surottamaha Punakanyam Pranamjatha Bandakam Pretarupakam Tatreva Nikanantaste देवा संयोपरिषण प्रतिष्ठाय स्तंभम तस्य यामे समीपतः यावन् महाबिलं तावन् mandapam परिकल्प्य च. So according to the instructions of Ambal, they established a Jayastambam there, and they established this Gayatri, the mandapam, and they established the Simhasanam, and then did everything according to the instructions given by Bala. So Yavan Mahabilam Tavad Mandapam Parikalpisha Bilantastito Devi Deveshim Tripuram Bimbarupini. So they brought a small bimbam of Sri Bala. So Bilantastitha Deveshim Tripuram Bimbarupinim. So the Vigraham of Bala was established. Bahiruddatu Kamaste Pravishta Bilamadbhutam Mahashaktim Adrishtva Te Tatra Vigraha Rupinim. So Vismay, okay. So next day, they did everything. This Vigraham was established. They did all the pujas that Ambal asked them to do. And then they closed the door. Then they went outside and did the prayers. And then what happened? Next morning, Bahir Uddur Kamaste Pravishta Bilamadbhutam. So they opened the door. They stood there. And then Mahashaktim Adrishtva Te Tatra Vigraha Rupinim. That Vigraham was not there. So they did not see Ambal there. So Mahashaktim Adrishtva Te Tatra Vigraha Rupinim Vismayam Gunhidau Sarve Nimagnas Sambabuvire Kanyakaiva Hihira Devi Nishchitchaivam Surotamaha. So they could not see Bala there. So but there is another Vigraham that Mahashakti Madrishtva te tatra Vigraha Rupinim Vismayambunidau Sarve Nimagna Sambabhuvire Kanyakaiva Hisi Sadevi Nishchitchaivam Surotamaha Bahiragatya Chebhachat Tatra Yavan Mahavilam Vedi Kritva Chaturvedan Gayatri Varnakam Satha. Oh, sorry, we haven't come to that part. Vedi Kritva Chaturvedan Gayatri Varnakam Satha. Kritva Stambhascha Tadvedya Vyahurtaiva Trikandatha. So they did all the pujas. Varnatrayam Tata Kritva Pranavam Peter Rupakam. Kritva Te Dhyana Yogene Umadevam Sumandapam Gayatri Mandabhakyam Chakrut Sarve Sureshwara. Tasmin Simhasanasya Divya Manikya Pitake Kanyakamtam Samavahya Kanyakokta Vidhanatha Sampujyata Tada Kanyan Ardharatri Divokasa Dhyatva Tam Tanmanum Jatva Arunodhyate Varchutha. So they did everything according to what Ambal asked them to do. That they created the stambam, they created the Pidam, they created the Simhasanam. They did all the pujas, and then Gayatri Mandapa Tasmin Simhasanasya Divyamanikya Pitake Kanyakamtam Samavahi Kanyakokta Dahana. So this previous one where the disappearance was the Bala. So the Bala disappeared after giving them all these instructions. Then they did all this. Sampujya Sada Kanyam Ardharatre Divokase Jyatva Tam Tanmanam Japtva Aruno Ayuttapaha. So they kept doing prayers until the next morning. So that is what happened that night. Now, the next day, which is the Puram day, what happened? Tata Prabhate Kalyani Kalpe Savitra Namake Swayambhuva Manokale Tamasi Prathame Shubhe Yuge Kritakye Vaikunte Mohini Rupa Sanyute Sri Mukapte Palgunagye Masi Kumbhagathe Ravau Tat Krishna Praksha Pradama Shukravaran Arnodehe Madhyamshe Purva Palgunya Kanyaka Rupashalini Lalita Raja Rajeshwari Mahatrapurasundari Swaswarupam Samasadhya Bhavav Simhasane Shubhe. So what happened next morning? Tatha Prayate, Prabhate, in the early morning, what was the time? What was the muhurtam at that time? Kalpe Savitra Namake. The year Savitra Kalpam. So that was the time. Swayambhuva Manu. At that time, the Manu was the Swayambhuva Manu. And what time? Kale Tamasi Prathame Shubhe. So Krita Yugam, the starting of the end of the Pralayam, right? So the new world has to start. So the Krita Yugam starting the first day, Prathame Shubhe. Then Yuge Kritake Krita Yugam, the Krita Yugam according to the new order. Then Vaikunte Mohini Rupa Sanyute. So that is the Mohini Avataram, the time when the Mahavishnu took the Mohini Avataram. So it is the Sri Mukhavarsham, Sri Mukhabdhe, Falgunaste, Masi Madam in Tamil Panjangam. And in the other Panjangam, it is Falguna Masham. So Sri Mukhabdhe, Falguna Ke Masi, Kumbhagathe, Masi is Kumbha Masam, right? So Kumbha Masam. Kumbhagathe Rava means Surya. So when Surya is in Kumbharashi, that is the Masi Madam, then Tat Krishna Paksha Prathamayam. So, and the Krishna Paksham, Prathama, the Tithi on that day, then Shukravara Arunodaya, the Friday, it was the early morning, Madhyamshe Purva Palgunyaha. So, this was Purva Palguni Nakshatram. Madhya, the second Randam Padam, that is the middle time of the Purva Palguni Nakshatram. Madhyamshe Purva Palgunyaha Kanyaka Rupashalini. Ambal came out in the form of, they opened the door, they saw Ambal in the form of a full Kanyaka, not Bala anymore. She was in the form of Kamakshi. So Kanyaka Rupashalini, Lalita Rajarajeshwari, Mahatripur Sundari, Swaswarupam Samasadya, Babhav Simhasane Shubhe. She was seated in the Simhasanam, no Bala anymore. She had appeared in her full form on the Simhasanam on that Masi Puram day. So that is what I was telling in my postings. According to Kamakshi Vilasam, and according to the local festival also, Masi Puram is the day of Amba's appearance. I don't know about this Aipasi Puram. So even Periva's description said yesterday it was Aipasi Puram. So I have asked the significance of this Aipasi Puram in addition to the Masi Puram. So according to the book here, it is the Palguna Masam. So Palgunya, Shukravara, Arunodhe, all that is written very clearly here. That is, and the festival is also on the Masi Puram only. So Tata Prabhate Kalyani, Kalpe, Savitra Namake, Vayambu Manu Kale, Tamasi, Pratame Shubhe, Yuge Katakye Vaikunte, Mohini, Rupa Sanyute, Srimukabde, Falgunake, Sazi, Kumbhagade Swarao, Tat Krishna Paksha Pradama, Shukravara, Arunodhe, Madhyamshe, Purva Palgunya, Kanyaga, Rupashalini, Lalita Rajarajeshwari, Mahatripur Sundari, Swaswarupam Samasadya, Babhav Simhasane Shubhe, Tato Deva Akila, Tatra Sachi Bhuta Surottamaha, Kavata Udvatanam Krutva, Drishtva Tripura Sundarim, Kim Ascharjam Vidam, Devyas Charitram Paramadbhutam, Itistutva Suras Sarve, Stutva Natva Maheshwarim. So they were wonderstruck. They were so happy to see Ambal in her full splendor, and they were all so happy. And they were saying, what a great wonder is this one. And the Devyas Charitram Paramadbhutam, Itistutva Suras Sarve, Stutva Natva Maheshwaram. They offered her respects and prayers to her. And then they prayed to her in this way. Deva Uchu, Jaya Devi, Jagan Mata, Jaya Tripura Sundari, Asmabir Archita Kanya, Vadakutra Sagata, Datu Prasada Chandram, Chiranjeevi Mahabalaha, Bandako Nama Daityotyam Katam Vinihita Kshanat, Nirmaya Mandapam Tatra, Tomcha Stapayitam Shive, Bilam Visadbir Asmabir. Sorry, Asmabir Dashtasi Katam Gada, Urvahi Tad Bilastatum, Katam Kutra Gadhasi Kanyastana Gadhadye, Twam Kalyani Paradevate, कृपया ब्रूहि तत्सर्वम् अस्मभ्यं परमेश्वरी iti sampratita devi pratyuvan sureshwaran. So they say Jai Devi, Jai Mata, Jai Mother, Tripura Sundari, Asmabir Archita Kanya, Bada Kutradya Sagata. What happened to that young lady Bala who appeared in front of us last night? Who was the one who killed that Bandakasura? That lady, what happened to her? Dadu Prasadachandram Chiranjeevi Mahabalaha Bandako Nama Daityodhyam Katham Vinihadakshanad. How it was possible for that young lady Bala to kill this Bandakasura who had that Prasada Chandram Chiranjeevi Mahabalaha, who was having that boon that he will be Chiranjeevi and nobody can kill her. So Nirmaya Mandapam Tatra, and according to that Bala's instructions, Nirmaya Mandapam Tatra, Tvam Chastapayitim Shive. So she also asked us to do all this Mandapam and then all this. Bilam Vishad Bir Visabir Asmabir Yadrishtasi Katham Dada. So after having to ask us to do all those things, where did she go? Purvami tad bilasta tvam katham putra gadavida. How come you appeared in her place? All this is all very wonderful. I mean, we are unable to put it all together. So, Kanyasthana gatatya tvam kalyani paradevati. How did you come in her place? Kripaya bruhi tatsarvam asmabhyam parameshwari. Can you please explain all this to us? They asked her in this way. Iti samprarthita devi pratyuvacha sureshwaran. Amba started explaining to them what happened and then to what they should do. All that she will tell us now. Perhaps at this time we will. I'm having some trouble. So tatsarvam uchyate अस्माभिः शृणुध्वं सावधानतः अहं देवहितार्थाय तद्विलास्त अर्धरात्रके प्रलयानलभावेन भस्मीकृत्य अखिलं जगत् ककाराकार बिल सन्मकार प्रतिपादिता. So after that she will explain everything to the devas. Another 30 slokas. We'll finish it in the next class. Okay. So we'll stop it at this place. Sloka 84. So where the devas ask her so that what happened and how she appeared in front of them in the place of Bala. All that will be told in the next class. With that we'll finish the 12th chapter. So it says here, whoever listens to this story is really blessed and all that, and we'll do that next week. And then happy Deepavali to all of you, and I'll see you next week. Namaskaram.
Namaskar, Mama. Happy Deepavali.
Happy Diwali. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram, sir. Happy Deepavali.
Namaskaram.